Stand up. Right now. Don't adjust. Don't prepare. Just stand. Notice what happened. Did you push off with your hands? Feel that hesitation in your legs? That micro wobble before you stabilized? That's not aging. That's a warning, and walking won't fix it. I'm Dr. Megan Foster. Over 20 years, I've worked with thousands of adults over 60 trying to stay independent. Here's what nobody tells you. Walking every day is not enough to prevent physical decline. I see strong daily walkers lose balance, lose leg strength, suffer preventable falls. The problem isn't movement, it's that walking trains the wrong system. After 60, the system that fails first isn't endurance, it's stability. Think back 10 years. You didn't think about standing up. You didn't plan stairs. You didn't scan for uneven surfaces. Now, you're cautious stepping off curbs. You hesitate before turning quickly. You hold railings you once ignored. Not because you're fragile, because your stabilizing system is undertrained. But here's what changes everything. This decline is not automatic. It's not genetic. It's a training mismatch. Train the right system, strength, balance, coordination, and your body responds. At 60, at 70, even at 80, you just need the right challenge. Picture your body as a suspension bridge. Walking strengthens the long cables. Forward motion, repetition, rhythm. But what prevents collapse? The small stabilizing wires that control sway. After 60, those stabilizers weaken first. Deep hip muscles, core stabilizers, ankle reflexes, cross-body coordination. When they weaken, your body doesn't collapse. It hesitates. It wobbles. It delays by milliseconds. Falls happen in milliseconds. A European study tracked over 6,000 adults over 65. Lower body strength and single leg balance predicted mortality better than step count. Another study showed strength and balance training cut fall risk by 30 to 40%. Not walking distance, not cardio, targeted stability work. That's the difference. Today I'm giving you 5 exercises that outperform walking alone. The number 1 exercise hits strength, coordination, spinal stability, and fall resistance simultaneously. Most people quit at number 3. That's where they miss the biggest benefit. Stay with me. Before we go further, if you're over 60 and still walking regularly, comment still moving. Not because walking is wrong, because we're building on it together. Number 5, sit to stand. People think it's too basic. Wrong. This movement predicts independence. It trains quad strength, hip drive, transition stability, where most falls happen. Chair rise ability strongly correlates with reduced disability in aging studies. 10 controlled reps, twice daily, no momentum, no hands if possible. The mistake? Rushing. Control builds strength. Speed hides weakness. Now we go lower. Number 4, calf raises. People assume walking covers it. Not through full strengthening range. This improves ankle reaction speed. Your first fall prevention responder. Reduced ankle strength links directly to fall risk over 70. Hold a counter, slow lift, slow lower. 12 to 15 reps. The mistake? Bouncing. Control builds precision. Now we shift sideways. Number 3, lateral band walks. People think side steps are unnecessary. Falls rarely happen forward. They happen sideways. This strengthens your lateral stabilizer, gluteus medius. Hip weakness links to fractures. Small steps, constant tension. 30 seconds each direction. The mistake? Leaning forward. Stay upright. Train stability. Now the heavy hitters, where neurological aging reverses fastest. Number 2, single leg stand. This forces brain muscle recalibration. Balance is neurological before muscular. Single leg balance under 10 seconds correlates with higher mortality risk. You'll feel your foot grip, ankle adjust, core activate. That shake? Your nervous system waking up. Near a counter, 5 seconds first. Build gradually. This isn't a test. It's rewiring. Number 1, bird dog progressions. The most powerful anti-aging movement I know. Why? Cross-body coordination. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. This restores brain hemisphere communication, stabilizes the spine under movement. Walking doesn't train it. Machines don't train it. Bird dog does. Studies show it cuts fall recurrence, improves gait symmetry. You'll feel deeper core activation in days, posture improves, standing steadies. That's neuromuscular retraining. Your challenge, 30 days. Replace 10 minutes of walking with these 5 movements. Track balance time, ease of standing, stair confidence, small commitment, massive return. You're not fragile. You're under-challenged. Aging isn't shrinking. It's adapting your training. Your body still responds. It needs the right signal. Now let me walk you through perfect form. Technique matters more than you think. Small tweaks double results. Sit to stand, seated at the chair edge, feet flat, hip width, weight over midfoot, not heels. Arms crossed on chest or straight ahead for balance. Lean slightly forward from hips, not back. This loads quads and glutes properly. Drive through heels, stand smooth. The key? Controlling down, 3 to 4 seconds to sit. That eccentric phase builds most strength. Can't do it hands-free yet? Use one hand on armrest. Work toward less help weekly. 10 reps, twice daily. Feel fatigue by rep 8 or 9. If not, slow the descent more. Here's something fascinating about the lowering phase. Your muscles can handle 30% more load when lengthening than when contracting. That's why the descent is where real strength develops. Elite athletes know this. They spend twice as long on the lowering phase as the lifting phase. You're applying the same principle every time you slowly sit down. This eccentric training also protects your joints better than rapid movements. The slow, controlled descent teaches your nervous system precise motor control. That precision transfers to every time you sit in a restaurant. Get out of a car, lower yourself into bed. You're training real life, not just exercise. Calf raises, face a counter. Light support, feet hip width. Weight even. Rise onto the balls of your feet. Heels high as possible. Hold 1 second at top. Feel the contraction. Lower slow. 3 seconds down. The mistake? Bouncing at bottom, using momentum. That kills the effect. Constant tension, deliberate reps. If 15 feels easy, go single leg. 1 foot off ground, same movement. Dramatically harder, ankle stability skyrockets. Your calf muscles are endurance powerhouses. They contain more slow twitch muscle fibers than almost any other muscle group. Why? Because they work constantly throughout the day, fighting gravity. Every time you stand, they're engaged. Every step activates them. They're built for repetition, not power. This is why higher reps work better than heavy weight. Think of marathon runners. Their calves are lean but incredibly strong and fatigue resistant. You're building that same endurance capacity. Strong calves also improve circulation in your lower legs. The calf muscle acts like a pump, pushing blood back up toward your heart. Weak calves mean poor circulation, swelling, fatigue. Strong calves mean better blood flow, more energy, less leg heaviness at day's end. Lateral band walks. You need a resistance band. Step in. Position above knees or at ankles. Lower equals harder. Start above knees, feet hip width, knees bent slightly, chest up, tension in band, step sideways right. Left foot follows but doesn't touch. Constant tension. 10 to 12 small steps right, reverse left. The mistake? Big steps. Torso lean. Keep steps small. Controlled. Upright. Feel it outside your hips. That's gluteus medius. If not, band's too light or you're compensating. Push outward against band each step. Gluteus medius is the forgotten stabilizer. Most people focus on glutes for aesthetics. They want a strong shaped rear, but gluteus medius sits on the side of your hip. You can't see it in the mirror, so it gets ignored. Yet it's critical for standing on one leg. Every single step you take, one leg leaves the ground, gluteus medius on the standing leg prevents your hip from dropping. Without it, you'd waddle like a penguin. Watch someone with a weak gluteus medius walk. Their hips sway side to side excessively. It's called Trendelenburg gait. Common in older adults, leads to lower back pain, knee pain, hip arthritis. Strengthening this one muscle can eliminate pain people have suffered with for years. I've seen it happen repeatedly. Single leg stand, next to counter, safety first, both feet down. Shift weight right leg, lift left foot a few inches. Don't flop it up. Control the lift. Standing legs slightly bent, not locked. Hips stay level, don't let one drop. Look straight ahead. Fixed point helps balance. Hold 5 seconds. Can't make 5? Hold what you can. Light finger support. As you improve 10 seconds, 20, 30. Once you hit 30 comfortably, eyes open, try closing eyes briefly. Removes visual input. Forces proprioceptive system harder. Switch legs. Most notice one weaker, normal. Bring the weaker up to match. Balance relies on 3 sensory systems. Vision, vestibular system in your inner ear. Proprioception, which is awareness of where your body is in space. Young people rely heavily on vision. Older adults often over-rely on it because the other 2 systems have weakened. That's dangerous. What happens when you step on uneven ground in dim light? Your vision can't help much. You need vestibular and proprioceptive input. Training with eyes closed forces those systems to strengthen. It's like training in the dark. Your other senses sharpen. Athletes use this technique. They practice skills blindfolded to enhance body awareness. You're doing the same. Building redundancy in your balance system. If one system fails momentarily, the others compensate. Bird dog progressions. Hands and knees on mat. Hands under shoulders. Knees under hips. Spine neutral. No sag. No arch. Engage core. Pull belly toward spine gently. Starting position. Basic version first. Extend right arm straight ahead. Shoulder height. Hold 3 seconds. Return. Then left leg straight back. Hip height. 3 seconds. Return. Alternate. Arm, leg, leg. One stable, full bird dog. Right arm and left leg together. The key? Move in slow. Completely still torso. No twist, no tilt. Hips and shoulders square to floor. Hold 5 to 10 seconds. Return controlled. Switch. Left arm, right leg. The challenge? Resisting rotation. Your brain wants to twist. Fight it. Think lengthening through arm and leg. Everything else still. Lower back arching. You've gone too far. Bring limbs in. Re-engage core. 6 to 8 reps per side. Trembling? Normal, especially at first. Stabilizers learning to fire. 2 weeks in, shaking decreases. Movement smooths, nervous system adapting. Bird dog targets your body's GPS system. Deep inside your core are tiny sensors called muscle spindles and Golgi tendon organs. They constantly send signals to your brain about muscle length, tension, and position. When you hold bird dog, these sensors fire rapidly. They're learning to detect even micro movements. Your brain processes this flood of information and sends corrective signals back. This feedback loop is what keeps you balanced during complex movements. It's the same system that lets a tightrope walker cross a wire, a surfer ride a wave, a gymnast land a flip. You're training elite-level body awareness using just your body weight and gravity. The trembling you feel isn't weakness. It's your nervous system upgrading its software in real time. Sample routine, 10 minutes, all 5 exercises, 5 to 6 days weekly. Sit to stand, 10 reps, rest 30 seconds. Calf raises, 15 reps, rest 30 seconds. Lateral walks, 30 seconds each direction. Rest 30 seconds. Single leg stand, max hold each leg up to 30 seconds. Rest 1 minute. Bird dog, 6 reps per side, 5 to 10 second holds, 1 complete circuit. Energy left? Rest 2 minutes. Repeat. If not, 1 circuit works. The beauty of this 10-minute routine is efficiency. You're hitting every major movement pattern the human body needs. Hip hinge, ankle plantar flexion, lateral hip stability, single leg balance, anti-rotation core strength. Most people spend an hour at the gym and miss half of these. You're covering everything in 10 minutes. No equipment except a resistance band. No gym membership. No commute. This is functional fitness in its purest form. And because it's short, consistency becomes easy. 10 minutes is one episode of a show, one chapter of an audiobook, two songs. Everyone has 10 minutes. The barrier to entry is so low that excuses evaporate. What if you can't do these yet? Sit to stand needs both hands. Balance lasts 1 second. Bird dog feels impossible. Start exactly there. These exercises meet you where you are. Scale with you. Modifications exist. Sit to stand, higher chair, arm rests, single leg balance, finger on counter. Bird dog, arm only, skip leg. Progress builds on small wins. Each week, do slightly more, hold slightly longer, use slightly less support. That's progressive overload. Your body adapts to demands. Constant demand equals constant strength. Increased challenge, increased strength. Progressive overload is the fundamental law of adaptation. Your body is lazy by design. It doesn't want to maintain unnecessary muscle or strength. Energy is precious from an evolutionary standpoint, so your body only keeps what it needs for current demands. Sit all day? Your body sheds leg muscle. It's dead weight you're not using. But challenge your muscles consistently? Your body invests resources in making them stronger. It's preparing for future demands. This works at any age. A 90-year-old responds to progressive overload the same way a 20-year-old does. Slower, yes, but the mechanism is identical. The key is gradual progression. Jumping from 0 to hero gets you injured. Adding tiny increments weekly gets you strong. Can I still walk? Absolutely. Walking is great for cardiovascular health, mental health, social connection. I'm not saying stop. I'm saying walking alone is insufficient for fall prevention and functional strength after 60. Walking is your base. These 5 are targeted work-preventing decline. Walking can't address, walk most days. Do these 5 to 6 days weekly. Complementary, not contradictory. Walking has been oversold as a complete exercise. Don't get me wrong, it's beneficial. It burns calories, improves mood, gets you outdoors. But it's a single plane, low intensity, repetitive movement. Your body adapts to it quickly. Within weeks of starting a walking routine, your cardiovascular system plateaus. You're maintaining fitness, not building it. Compare this to our 5 exercises. Each one presents a novel challenge. Your body can't adapt quickly because you're constantly progressing the difficulty. This keeps your nervous system engaged. Muscles responding, adaptation happening. Walking is your daily movement medicine. These 5 are your weekly strength and stability upgrades. What about the gym? Gym equipment helps, but most machines isolate muscles poorly for real-world stability. Leg press strengthens quads, doesn't train balance and coordination, preventing falls. These 5 train movement patterns, not just muscles. Integrate strength, balance, coordination simultaneously. That's why they work. Enjoy the gym? Add these. No gym access or prefer home? These 5 give you everything. Gym machines were designed for bodybuilders trying to isolate specific muscles for growth. Leg extension targets quads. Hamstring curl targets hamstrings. Isolation has its place in rehabilitation or bodybuilding, but it doesn't translate to functional movement. When do you ever use just your quads in real life? Never. Every movement is integrated. Standing up uses quads, glutes, calves, core, even upper back. Picking something up adds hamstrings, lats, grip strength. Life is integration. Training should mirror that. Our 5 exercises train your body as a system, the way it actually functions. That's why someone can leg press 300 pounds but struggle standing from a low chair. Strength without integration is useless. Progression timelines. Starting lower fitness? 4 to 6 weeks for noticeable improvements. Already active? 2 to 3 weeks. First improvements? Neurological. Movement smoother. Balance confident. Quicker reactions. Before strength changes. Strength shows week 3 to 4. Standing from chairs easier, stairs less effort. Groceries lighter. Keep going past 6 weeks. Adaptations continue. Bone density improves, muscle mass increases, fall risk drops, long-term investment, not quick fix. Neurological adaptations fascinate me. When you start a new exercise, the first improvements come from your brain learning to recruit muscle fibers more efficiently. You're not building new muscle yet. You're accessing dormant muscle that wasn't firing. Imagine your muscles as an orchestra. Initially, only some instruments play, they're out of sync. Sounds terrible. After practice, all instruments play together. Perfect harmony. That's neural adaptation. Your brain learns which motor units to activate in what sequence with what timing. This happens fast, days to weeks. Muscle growth is slower, weeks to months, but both matter. Better coordination makes you safer immediately. Added muscle makes you resilient long-term. Safety. Some of you think this sounds risky. Severe balance issues? Fall history? Health conditions? Talk to your doctor or physical therapist first. That said, these exercises are safer than many daily activities because you control environment and pace. Counter, nearby, moving slow. Building strength, making every day safer. Real risk, doing nothing. Deconditioning accelerates with inactivity. Every month delayed, gap widens. Starting carefully, progressing gradually beats waiting for a fall. Deconditioning is insidious. It doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual, imperceptible day to day. But look back 6 months or a year, the decline is stark. You used to garden for hours. Now 20 minutes exhausts you. You used to hike trails. Now flat sidewalks wind you. This isn't inevitable aging, it's disuse atrophy. The old saying, use it or lose it, is scientifically accurate. Muscle tissue breaks down constantly. Your body rebuilds it constantly. If you're active, rebuilding exceeds breakdown, net gain, or maintenance. If you're sedentary, breakdown exceeds rebuilding, net loss, month after month, year after year. The gap widens until one day you can't get off the floor unassisted, can't carry your own groceries, can't live independently. That's not aging, that's deconditioning. And it's preventable. Commit 90 days, 3 months. Balance time doubles or triples. Shoes on while standing, effortless. High shelves, easy, quick turns, confident. Walking pattern improves. You stand taller. Move assured. People notice. You seem steadier, more energetic. Biggest change? Internal. You stop feeling fragile. Stop second guessing. Trust your strength again. That psychological shift equals the physical gains. Confidence is physical, not just mental. There's a feedback loop between your body and brain. When your body is weak, your brain perceives threat everywhere. Stairs become dangerous. Uneven ground becomes hazardous. Your nervous system stays in constant low-grade stress. This affects mood, sleep, digestion, everything. But when your body is strong, capable, your brain relaxes, perceives less threat, stress decreases, confidence increases. You move through the world differently. Research shows that physical strength predicts mental resilience, not correlation, causation. Building your body literally builds your mind. Every rep you do is as much a psychological intervention as a physical one. The myth: strength training after 60 is dangerous. Only light exercise allowed. Backwards. Light exercise maintains what you have, doesn't build what you've lost. After 60, you need stronger stimulus for adaptation. Because hormonal changes and aging make muscle and bone building harder doesn't mean you can't. Means you need appropriate challenge. These 5 provide safe challenge. Body weight, scalable, target exact declining systems. After 60, testosterone and growth hormone decline in both men and women. These hormones facilitate muscle protein synthesis. Less of them means harder to build muscle. But harder doesn't mean impossible. It means you need adequate stimulus. Light weights and gentle movement aren't enough stimulus. You need progressive resistance, muscular fatigue, mechanical tension. These trigger the adaptation response despite lower hormone levels. Studies show 80-year-olds can build muscle at similar percentages as 30-year-olds when training intensity is matched. The absolute amount differs, but the adaptation mechanism works. Your body doesn't have an expiration date for strength. It has requirements. Meet them, and growth happens. Real example, Patricia, 72 when we met. Daily walker, ate well, fallen twice in 6 months, both getting up too fast, felt betrayed by her body. We started these 5 heavy modifications: sit to stand with arm rests, calf raises, both hands on counter, balance 3 seconds, finger support. 8 weeks later, hands free, sit to stand, 20-second balance unaided. No falls since. Not dramatic overnight. Consistent small improvements compounding. That's adaptation. Patricia taught me something profound. She said after her second fall, she became terrified of her own body. She didn't trust it anymore. Every movement felt risky. She started avoiding activities she loved. Stopped gardening because kneeling seemed dangerous. Stopped cooking elaborate meals because standing too long felt unstable. Stopped visiting friends with stairs. Her world shrank. Not because she couldn't do these things physically, because fear convinced her she couldn't. When we started training and she saw measurable progress weekly, the fear dissolved. She realized her body wasn't betraying her. It was undertrained. Once she trained it properly, it became trustworthy again. She's back to all those activities now. The physical change was significant. The psychological liberation was life-changing. Why Bird Dog is number 1. Deeper dive. Most exercises work one plane: forward, back, up, down. Bird Dog works diagonally, cross body, right arm, left leg extends, creating tension line fingertips to toes crossing through core. Activates deep spinal stabilizers almost nothing else targets. Multifidus, transverse abdominis, deep rotators. They keep spine stable during everyday movements. Turning while walking, bending to pick up objects, reaching across body. Weak, spine compensates. Moves excessively, you lose balance, Bird Dog strengthens directly. Multifidus deserves special attention. It's a small muscle running along your spine. Attaches vertebra to vertebra. Its job? Stabilizing individual spinal segments during movement. When multifidus is strong, your spine moves as a coordinated unit. When it's weak, segments move independently. Causes shearing forces, disc problems, nerve impingement, back pain. Research shows multifidus atrophies after just 2 weeks of inactivity. Faster than any other muscle. It's also the last to recover. Most back pain isn't from injury. It's from multifidus weakness, allowing poor spinal mechanics. Bird Dog specifically targets multifidus. Holds it under tension while you move limbs. This builds the endurance it needs to support you all day. Chronic back pain sufferers often find relief from Bird Dog alone. No medication, no surgery, just restoring the stability their spine was missing. Neurological component. Coordinating opposite limbs requires brain hemispheres communicating efficiently. This interhemispheric communication declines with age, contributes to movement difficulties, fall risk. Training through Bird Dog improves coordination, showing up daily, smoother walking, better trip reactions, controlled reaching, not just muscle. Rewiring control. Your brain has a left hemisphere and right hemisphere connected by a bundle of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. Left brain controls right body. Right brain controls left body. Complex movements require both hemispheres coordinating seamlessly. As we age, corpus callosum efficiency decreases. Communication slows. This manifests as clumsiness, poor coordination, difficulty with tasks requiring both sides working together. Bird Dog forces interhemispheric communication. Right arm and left leg means right brain and left brain must coordinate precisely. The more you practice, the stronger those neural pathways become. Musicians who play instruments requiring both hands show preserved corpus callosum function into old age. You're achieving the same effect. Brain training disguised as core exercise. Deep core stabilizers respond fast to training. 1 to 2 weeks consistent bird dog, measurable increased activation, unusually fast. Most strength changes take 3 to 4 weeks minimum. Why fast? Primarily slow twitch fibers, designed for endurance, control, not power. Adapt to endurance training faster than power muscles. Feel bird dog benefits sooner than almost any strength exercise. Slow twitch muscle fibers are fatigue resistant. They can contract repeatedly without tiring. Fast twitch fibers are powerful but tire quickly. Your deep core is almost entirely slow twitch. Makes sense. These muscles need to stabilize your spine all day. They can't afford to fatigue. This fiber type composition also means they respond to different training. Fast twitch needs heavy load, low reps. Slow twitch needs moderate load, high reps, or isometric holds. Bird dog provides exactly that. Moderate body weight resistance held for time. Perfect match for fiber type. That's why you feel results so quickly. You're training the muscle in its preferred adaptation pathway. Suspension bridge revisited. Specific. Engineers calculate loads multiple directions. Vertical from weight, horizontal from wind, rotational from uneven loading. Bridge needs strength all directions. Your body same. Walking provides vertical load. Sit to stand adds vertical with hip drive. Calf raises train vertical ankle stability. Lateral walks add horizontal stability. Single leg adds rotational. Bird dog adds diagonal, crossbody. Together, comprehensive resilience. Why combining 5 beats repeating 1? Engineers call this redundancy. No single component failure brings down the system. Bridges have backup cables. Airplanes have backup systems. Your body needs backup too. Train only one direction? You're strong there. Weak everywhere else. An injury or illness can sideline you completely. Train all directions? One system can fail temporarily without catastrophic consequences. I saw this with a client who sprained her ankle. She'd been doing our 5 exercises for months. The sprain hurt, limited her mobility, but she didn't fall, didn't lose independence. Her hip and core strength compensated for the weak ankle. She recovered fully. Someone without that comprehensive strength would have fallen. Possibly fractured something, spiraled into decline. Redundancy is resilience. Soreness expectations. New to strength training? You'll feel sore first few sessions. Delayed onset muscle soreness. Peaks 24 to 48 hours post-exercise. Fades day 3 or 4, not harmful. Micro damage in fibers your body repairs stronger, not injury. Distinguish muscle soreness from joint pain. Muscle soreness, diffuse, achy. Improves with movement. Joint pain, sharp, localized. Worsens with movement. Joint pain, reduce range or intensity. Severe soreness, extra rest day. Body adapts, soreness decreases significantly. Delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS, is actually a sign your workout was effective. When you exercise in a new way or with greater intensity than usual, you create microscopic tears in muscle fibers. Sounds bad, it's not. These micro tears are the signal for growth. Your body responds by repairing the tears and adding extra protein to prevent future damage. That's muscle growth. The soreness comes from inflammation and metabolic byproducts in the damaged tissue. It's temporary. As your body adapts, the same workout causes less damage, less soreness. Within weeks, soreness is minimal. Doesn't mean the workout stopped working, means your body adapted. Time to progress to the next level. Frequency and rest, 5 to 6 days weekly. Why not 7? Body needs recovery to adapt. Muscles grow during rest, not exercise. Exercise gives stimulus. Rest allows response. Train every day, no break. Overtraining, diminishing returns. 1 or 2 rest days weekly allows full recovery. Rest days, still walk. Light activity. Skip structured strength and balance. Rest is when magic happens. During exercise, you're breaking down tissue, creating fatigue, depleting energy stores. The actual adaptation, the getting stronger, happens afterward. While you sleep, while you rest, your body rebuilds damaged muscle fibers thicker and stronger, replenishes energy, strengthens connective tissue. This takes time, 24 to 72 hours depending on intensity. Train again too soon? You interrupt the rebuilding process. You're breaking down tissue that hasn't fully recovered. Net result? Stagnation or regression. Adequate rest allows full recovery plus a little extra. That little extra is growth. This is why periodization works. Hard days followed by easy days. Your body supercompensates during rest, becomes stronger than before. Progressing appropriately. Keep simple log, single leg balance time each leg. Sit to stands without hands, bird dog steadiness 1 to 10 scale. Check every 2 weeks, should see improvement. Not improving, not challenging enough. Progress exercises, lower chair sit to stand, single leg calf raises, heavier band lateral walks, eyes closed single leg briefly, longer bird dog holds. Progressive overload drives adaptation. Tracking creates accountability and motivation. Numbers don't lie. You either held that balance longer or you didn't, completed more reps or you didn't. This objectivity cuts through feelings and excuses. Some days you'll feel weak but hit personal records. Some days you'll feel strong but underperform. Feelings mislead. Data reveals truth. Tracking also provides proof of progress during plateaus. You might feel stuck, but look back 4 weeks. Your balance time doubled. Your confidence increased. Forward motion exists even when you can't feel it in the moment. Finally, tracking identifies patterns. You notice Mondays you're strongest, Fridays you're tired. Adjust your routine accordingly. Individualize based on your data. Generic plans work okay, personalized plans work exceptionally. Nutrition. Exercise and nutrition work together. Protein especially important after 60. Muscle protein synthesis less efficient. Need adequate protein building, maintaining muscle. Aim 0.8 to 1 gram per pound body weight daily. Spread across meals. Protein at breakfast, lunch, dinner. Eggs, fish, chicken, lean meat, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beans, lentils. Not enough from food? Protein supplement helps. Adequate protein plus these exercises maximizes results. Protein is the building block of muscle tissue. When you exercise, you create demand for repair and growth. If protein is insufficient, your body can't meet that demand. It's like ordering a construction crew to build a house but delivering no lumber. They can't work. Worse, your body might break down existing muscle to get amino acids for critical functions. You train hard and lose muscle. Counterproductive. Protein needs increase with age because older bodies are less efficient at using dietary protein. A 20-year-old might build muscle on 0.6 grams per pound. A 70-year-old needs closer to 1 gram per pound for the same result. It's not fair, but it's biology. Meet the requirement and muscle growth happens. Miss it and you're wasting your training effort. Protein timing matters too. Spreading intake across the day works better than one large dose. Your body can only process about 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal for muscle synthesis. More than that gets used for energy or converted to other compounds. Eating 100 grams at dinner and nothing at breakfast doesn't maximize muscle growth. Eating 30 grams breakfast, 30 lunch, 30 dinner keeps muscle protein synthesis elevated throughout the day. Think of it like stoking a fire. Add logs periodically and it burns steady. Dump all the logs at once and you waste most of them. Steady protein feeding keeps your muscle building machinery running optimally. Hydration. Muscle 70% water. Mild dehydration impairs function. Increases injury risk. Drink water consistently. 8 to 10 cups daily. more if active or hot. Coffee, tea count despite being mild diuretics. Urine pale yellow, hydrated. Dark yellow, drink more. Dehydration affects strength measurably. Studies show just 2% body water loss decreases strength by 10%. Balance impairment occurs even earlier. You might be slightly dehydrated chronically and not realize it. Thirst mechanisms dull with age. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already mildly dehydrated. Don't rely on thirst. Drink on schedule. Morning, midday, evening. With meals. During exercise. Water also lubricates joints. Delivers nutrients to cells. Removes metabolic waste. Every physiological process needs water. Underhydration is like running your car on old oil. Everything works harder, performs worse, wears out faster. Proper hydration is the easiest performance enhancer available. Zero cost, massive benefit, massive psychological barriers stopping people. Fear looking weak, embarrassment needing modifications, belief it's too late, normal feelings. Also obstacles. Truth? Everyone starts somewhere. That 70-year-old doing perfect bird dogs started somewhere. Same wobbles you'll experience. No shame being beginner any age. Starting physical challenge after 60 takes more courage than at 20. Fighting societal expectations. Internalized ageism. Recognize that. Give yourself credit. Ageism is the last socially acceptable prejudice. People wouldn't tell someone in a wheelchair they can't improve, but they'll tell a 70-year-old they're too old for strength training. It's absurd. Age is just accumulated time. It doesn't determine potential. Your cells at 70 respond to stimuli the same way they did at 20. Slower, yes, but the same mechanisms. The belief that older adults are fragile and should avoid challenge is not only wrong, it's harmful. It becomes self-fulfilling. People believe it, avoid challenge, weaken, then point to their weakness as proof they were right. It's circular logic. Break the circle. Challenge the assumption. Your body is capable of far more than society expects. Show them. Never too late. Studies show strength, balance improvements into 80s, 90s. Muscle retains growth capacity throughout life. Growth rate slows with age, doesn't stop. Nervous system retains plasticity. Still learn new patterns. Improve coordination. Enhance stability. Limiting factor, usually not biological age. Whether you provide right stimulus, the oldest person I trained was 93. She'd been sedentary for a decade. Family assumed she was too old to improve. We started with the most basic modifications imaginable. Sit to stand from a high chair with armrests. Calf raises holding a walker. Balance with both hands on counter. Slow, careful. 3 months later, she was doing sit to stands hands-free. Calf raises one hand support. Balance 30 seconds finger touch only. Her family was shocked. She wasn't. She said she always knew her body could do more. She just needed permission to try. Age isn't the barrier. Belief is the barrier. She proved it. Dozens of research studies prove it. Your body is waiting for you to challenge it. It will respond. Arthritis or joint pain concern. These exercises can help. Strength training reduces arthritis pain, stabilizes joints, reduces cartilage stress. Movement lubricates joints, maintains range. Key: work within pain-free range. Movement hurts, reduce range or try variation. Full sit to stand aggravates knee arthritis. Higher chair, bird dog bothers wrists. Forearms instead of hands. Almost every exercise has accommodating modifications. Arthritis is inflammation of the joint. Cartilage breakdown. Bone-on-bone contact in severe cases. Conventional wisdom says rest arthritic joints. Avoid stress, wrong. Rest accelerates degeneration. Joints need movement to stay healthy. Cartilage has no blood supply. Gets nutrients from synovial fluid. Movement circulates that fluid. Delivers nutrients. Removes waste. Static joints starve. degenerate faster. Movement also strengthens muscles around the joint. Those muscles absorb shock and stabilize the joint. Reducing stress on cartilage. I've seen clients reduce arthritis pain 50% or more through strength training alone. No medication changes, just stronger muscles protecting vulnerable joints. The key is finding the pain-free range and working there. Pain is a signal, respect it. But don't let it stop all movement. Modify and continue. Troubleshooting common issues. Dizzy during single leg stand? Make sure you're breathing. People hold breath during balance challenges. Breathe normally. Focus fixed point. Persists? Check doctor about blood pressure. Inner ear. Sit to stand hurts knees. Knees track over toes, not caving in. Higher chair reduces knee bend. Strengthen quads, pain often resolves. Can't feel bird dog in core? Slow down. Focus keeping torso still. Effort preventing movement activates core. Imagine balancing glass water on lower back. Dizziness during balance exercises usually comes from one of three causes. Holding your breath spikes blood pressure temporarily, then drops it when you exhale. That pressure change affects inner ear balance organs. Causes vertigo. Solution? Breathe continuously. Second cause is blood pressure medication. Some medications lower pressure too effectively. Standing quickly or balancing on one leg reduces blood flow to the brain momentarily. Dizziness results. Talk to your doctor about timing medication or adjusting dose. Third cause is actual vestibular dysfunction. Inner ear problems. Benign positional vertigo. Meniere's disease. These need medical evaluation. Most dizziness is breath holding, though. Easy fix. Lateral walks not challenging. Heavier band or lower placement at ankles. Maintain tension. Feet don't touch. Calf raises too easy. Single leg or 3-second top hold. Too sore next day. Overdid it. Reduce volume, intensity. Build gradually. Active recovery like walking reduces soreness. Soreness management is part of training smart. Some soreness is expected and productive. Severe soreness that limits function is counterproductive. You can't train effectively if you're crippled from the last session. Active recovery helps. Light walking increases blood flow to sore muscles, delivers nutrients and oxygen, clears metabolic waste, speeds recovery. Gentle stretching can help too, though research is mixed on effectiveness. Heat therapy feels good and may reduce pain perception. Doesn't speed actual healing. Ice therapy is falling out of favor. Used to be standard. Now evidence suggests it might slow healing by reducing inflammation needed for repair. Listen to your body. Mild soreness? Train through it. Severe soreness? Rest another day. Consistency over months matters more than any single workout. Consistency versus intensity. Critical point. 5 days weekly moderate intensity always outperforms once weekly high intensity. Nervous system adapts to frequent practice. Balance, coordination improve through repetition. Strength builds through consistent stimulus. Sporadic intense effort. Excessive soreness. Higher injury risk, poor adherence. Make consistency easy. Specific time daily. Pair with existing habit. After breakfast, before afternoon walk, remove barriers. Band somewhere visible. Same chair for sit to stands. Less friction, more follow through. Habit formation research shows environment design beats willpower every time. Willpower is a limited resource, depletes throughout the day. Relying on it guarantees eventual failure. Environment design makes the desired behavior automatic. Example, you want to do bird dog daily. Option 1, rely on willpower to remember and motivate yourself each day. Option 2, lay out your exercise mat every morning next to the coffee maker. See it, remind it, do it. Which succeeds long term? Option 2, remove decisions. Remove friction. Engineer your environment for success. This is how habits stick. not through superhuman discipline, through smart design. Another example, Robert, 68, lifelong runner, cardiovascular pride. Stopped after 2 ankle sprains 1 year, defeated, poor balance, weak ankle stability. Started these 5 emphasizing calf raises, single leg balance. 6 weeks, ankle stable enough for light jogging. 3 months, running pain-free. Ankle sprains weren't bad luck or inevitable aging. Weak stabilizers running alone doesn't strengthen. Fixed underlying weakness, symptom resolved. Pattern I see repeatedly. People blame age for actual strength, stability deficits. Robert's story illustrates something important. Symptoms lie. He thought his problem was bad ankles, unlucky genetics. The truth was inadequate ankle and hip stability. Running is a single leg activity. Each stride, all your weight on one leg momentarily. If stabilizers are weak, that leg wobbles. Ankle rolls, sprain. He was spraining because he was unstable, not because he was old or unlucky. Once we built stability through targeted exercises, the sprain stopped. He's running more now at 70 than he did at 65, not despite his age, because he finally trained what needed training. Most injuries blamed on age are actually training deficits. Correct the deficit, injury disappears. Long-term success separator, not motivation. Motivation fades. Systems and identity. Build system-making exercise automatic. Same time, place, sequence. Remove decision fatigue. Don't decide brushing teeth each morning. Just do it. Make these same. Shift identity. Not someone trying to exercise more, someone training for stability, independence. Subtle self-perception shift changes behavior. Make choices consistent with that identity. Identity is the deepest level of behavior change. Surface level is outcome focused. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to run a marathon. Deeper is process focused. I'm someone who exercises daily. I'm someone who eats healthy. Deepest is identity focused. I'm an athlete. I'm a healthy person. Identity drives behavior automatically. If you see yourself as someone who trains for independence, you don't debate whether to exercise today. Of course you exercise. That's who you are. It would feel strange not to. This is why focusing on identity beats focusing on goals. Goals are external. Identity is internal. Goals can be achieved, then abandoned. Identity persists. Build the identity. The behaviors follow naturally. Metrics beyond exercises. How know these improve real-world function? Pay attention daily activities. Climbing stairs without gripping railing tight. Standing 1 foot for shoes without wobble. Stable reaching high shelves. Quick turns without hesitation. Outcomes mattering. Improved quality of life. Maintained independence. Body confidence. These improve. Exercises working regardless of numbers. Ultimate measure of success isn't how long you balance in the kitchen. It's whether you can navigate your life with confidence and independence. Can you travel, visit friends, pursue hobbies, live in your own home? These are the outcomes that matter. Exercise is just the tool. The goal is life. I've had clients improve their balance time by 200%, but they don't care about the numbers. They care that they went on a hiking trip with grandchildren, played with their dog without fear of falling, reorganized their closet, reaching high shelves. That's success. The numbers are feedback. Life quality is the goal. Fear role. Fear of falling legitimate, common after 60, especially post-fall. But fear becomes self-fulfilling. Move less avoiding falls. Weakens further. Increases fall risk. These exercises break that cycle. Build strength and confidence simultaneously. Each week holding balance longer proves you're stable. Bird dog smoothing reinforces body capability. Psychological reinforcement valuable as physical adaptation. Fear is protective when appropriate. Dangerous situations should trigger caution. But fear of normal activities becomes prison. I've worked with people afraid to shower alone, afraid to check their mailbox, afraid to attend social events with stairs. This isn't caution. This is anxiety limiting life. The antidote? Competence. Build real capability and fear diminishes proportionally. You're not convincing yourself you're capable, you're becoming capable. Then confidence follows naturally. This is why exposure therapy works for phobias. Gradual, safe exposure proves the fear is disproportionate. Same principle here. These exercises are gradual, safe exposure to challenging your balance and strength. Over time, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than you feared. Progression beyond basics. Once comfortable with these 5, what's next? Options. Add difficulty with unstable surfaces. Single leg balance on foam pad. Bird dog on exercise ball. Light weights for sit to stand. Holding dumbbells. Increase reps or holds. Add new exercises building on foundations. Step-ups for dynamic leg strength. Plank variations, more core. Tandem walking, advanced balance. Principle stays same. Progressive challenge over time. Advanced progressions keep your nervous system adapting. Once exercise becomes easy, adaptation stops. Your body maintains that level but doesn't improve further. Introducing new challenges reignites adaptation. This doesn't mean abandoning basics. Keep sit to stand even when it's easy. It's maintaining what you've built, but add progressions on top. This layered approach builds comprehensive fitness. Foundation exercises maintain base strength. Progressive exercises push boundaries. Both matter. Elite athletes maintain this balance. They drill fundamentals constantly while pushing limits on new skills. You're doing the same. Master the 5 basics. Then explore variations that challenge you freshly. Aging and strength. Wish more understood this. Strength decline not linear. Accelerates unchecked but reverses, even exceeds. Seen 70-year-olds stronger than at 50 because trained consistently in 60s. Aging doesn't mean automatic decline. Means being more intentional, maintaining, building capacity. Difference between frail 70-year-old and strong 70-year-old rarely genetics. Usually decades of accumulated choices. Good news? Never too late starting better choices. Genetics matter less than people think. Yes, some people have more natural muscle mass or faster recovery, but training and lifestyle determine outcomes far more than genes. Twin studies show this. Identical twins with same genetics but different lifestyles have vastly different health outcomes at 70. Active twin is independent, strong, healthy. Sedentary twin is frail, dependent, unhealthy. Same genes, different choices. You're not stuck with genetic destiny. You're empowered by choice. Every workout is a vote for the person you're becoming. Cast enough votes and you win the election. Become strong, capable, independent, regardless of starting point. Final example tying everything together. Helen and James, both mid-70s, wanted to keep traveling. Increasingly difficult. Long city walks exhausted them. Museum stares challenging. Travel days felt numbered. Focused on these 5+ endurance work. 6 months later, 3-week Europe trip. Miles through Paris, top of Florence Duomo. Amalfi Coast hikes. Sent photos grinning at each summit. Didn't just regain function. Exceeded 5 years earlier. Possible when training right systems. Their transformation illustrates everything we've discussed. They didn't just get stronger. They reclaimed their lives. Travel was their passion. Feeling too weak to travel meant losing part of their identity. Depression followed. Social isolation. Sense of life winding down. Training reversed that spiral. Physically, they built strength and endurance. Psychologically, they rebuilt confidence and purpose. They planned that Europe trip as motivation during training. Something to work toward. When they succeeded, it validated everything. Proved they could still do hard things. Create adventures, live fully. They're planning Asia next year, in their late 70s. Not because they have exceptional genetics, because they train their bodies to support their dreams. Final challenge. Commit 90 days, 3 months. These 5 to 6 days weekly. Track balance time weekly. Notice daily activities. 90 days end, assess honestly. Steadier, stronger, more confident? I'll bet yes. Once you experience that transformation, you won't stop. You'll realize your body still responds, still adapts, still grows stronger when challenged correctly. You're not fragile, you're under-challenged. Change the challenge, change the outcome. 90 days is long enough to see real change, but short enough to commit to. It's one season, one quarter of a year, manageable. Track your progress. Week 1, baseline. How long can you balance? How many sit to stands? Week 5, check again. Week 9, final check. You'll see measurable improvement. That proof drives continued action. Once you experience your body responding, trusting the process becomes easy. You've seen it work firsthand. Doubt evaporates. Belief solidifies. Then exercise stops being something you force yourself to do. It becomes something you want to do because you love the results. That's when fitness becomes sustainable, when it shifts from obligation to opportunity. Next video, I'm showing you the one common healthy walking habit, quietly damaging posture, increasing fall risk. Most do it daily. Want to age strong? Don't miss that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you there.